So when it was nighttime when we arrived to Birkenau, Auschwitz-Birkenau, and they opened up the doors from our kettle car, and they were yelling in different languages. There were inmates in striped clothes yelling in Hebrew and Yiddish and in Hungarian and Polish, different languages. Leave all your belonging where it is. Don't you pick up any of your belonging. Women and children to the right, man to the left. And I'm holding on to my sister Goldie, my little brother Tuli, and we were just ripped apart, never to see each other again. I didn't know where this place was or what it was. It was dark, and we lined up, and we saw 5 or 6 chimneys with flames shooting out above the chimneys and ashes flying all over the place. Strange. And these ashes were on the floor. Every time you made a footstep, it left a footprint in the ashes, just like in snow. And it was a funny smell. We are just inching forward, and I had my uncle, my cousin, his son, and I were inching forward together, and we saw a doctor, a man standing with a white frock like a doctor. He had white gloves, and he was pointing with a finger, right, left, right, left, right, left. We had no idea who it was or what he was doing. He was just telling people to go to the right and to the left. And just before I came in front of him, he asked the young man a question. He asked him, "Kannst du 5 kilometers laufen? Can you run 5 kilometers, or would you rather go by truck?" And this young man said he had a knee problem. He would rather go by truck. Poor soul, not realizing that meant certain death. But who knew? A doctor is asking you a question. But to me, it didn't make much sense. I was 15 and a half years old at the time. So I wasn't quite a man, and I wasn't a child either. But I figured, why would he ask a question like that? He must be testing those people to see if they're strong enough to work. So I figured if you work, you'll probably get better rations, better food. And that was the only reason that I decided to go with my uncle and cousin instead of with the children. I was 15 and a half, so I could have gone either way. But I decided, no, I want to work, and maybe I'll get better food. So I tell my uncle, I says, he asked those silly questions, but let me go first, because I spoke German. So I said, let me go first. And I tell my uncle, whatever he asks you, tell him, yes, you can run, you're healthy, you can work. And the same for my cousin. But I went first, and I came in front of him, and I stretched myself out as tall as I could make myself, and I saluted him. And I said, 18 Jahre alt, gesund und arbeitsfähig. I'm 18 years old, I'm healthy, and I can work. He did ask me, kannst du 5 kilometers laufen? Can you run 5 kilometers? I said, jawohl. And they sent me to the left. I didn't know who this doctor was before, but once we continued, and I found out later that this was Dr. Mengele. He was the angel of death. He decided who shall live or who shall die by a flick of his finger, just like that.